Right. Could this bring me back? Call of Duty 4. I'm gonna be waffling for a second, okay? I'm not a game developing expert. I don't get into all the. I'm purely a fan that's played COD for 15 plus years, right? I've been happy and I've been disappointed at times with COD. Most memories are happy, right? But since 2019, unfortunately, they haven't been so happy, right? Nice. Moving on. Here's my worry, okay? When I see this trailer, I see a game that is coming back. So I have expectations, right? Why do I say this? COD had, from 2019 forward, became less of a warfare game and an evolution of a fantasy game. And this is my opinion. I know some people might disagree, and to be honest, I don't care.
Care? Look at me. Do I look like I care? Look, just take it. Do I look like I look at me? Look, no, Sharice, look at me. Do I look like I care? Look.
I think a lot of this conversation has been behind closed doors. A lot of real Call of Duty fans, I say real, right? I don't know what that means.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
This is, again, my opinion, right? But behind closed doors, a lot of people have been, in my opinion, disappointed with COD's evolution the last few years. And here's why I believe this is happening. COD has unnoticeably or noticeably turned into almost a Fortnite. I know it's two different games, right? And I'm not saying Fortnite is a bad game. I personally don't play it. My wife plays it. She enjoys it, right? But it's two different games. So why am I saying this? If it's not obvious, COD went into the skin scheme, and at first it was funny, right? It was cool to see Nicki Minaj jumping off a building doing a 360 no scope or whatever, or like, I don't know, Homer Simpson running down the road with an RPG on his shoulder. It's funny, but you can only tell a joke so many times before it became before you can only.
Go ahead, you got it. Play it out, dude.
You can only tell a joke so many times before it gets annoying, right? And I think that's what's happened with Call of Duty. And let's give it an example. Look at Black Ops 7, a game I didn't even get this year because I was tired and drained from Call of Duty. Look at the stats. The reviews are not good. I mean, you can make the argument all these people are wrong, but, they are the fans and their voices, I believe have been heard. For the most part, I believe COD has been humbled by Battlefield 6. I personally bought Battlefield 6. I must admit, I didn't put too many hours into it, but I enjoyed it. It brought me back that warfare nostalgia, right? And I think it was a great game. And it kind of gave me that comfort that Call of Duty did not give me anymore. Obviously, when I talk about Call of Duty, I'm always comparing it to its best, its peak. And that was the 2019 Call of Duty. I know we can get into the arguments of, is it better than the older CODs? I'm purely talking about, sales and the record-breaking game, right? Obviously, Warzone was a big part of that. It was a big reason why it grew the way it did. It was the first time they've ever implemented a battle royale system into Call of Duty, and it worked wonderfully in the beginning. Absolutely amazing. I think I put over 1,000 or 2,000 hours into that game. I had so much fun. Unfortunately, that fun died out quickly. Didn't take very long. And sometimes I think maybe it might be a human thing that we just became bored. But I quickly realized that COD, in my opinion, you know, got comfortable, you know? Or maybe they really did try to make a better game than its peak and they couldn't fulfill that standard, and that's okay, right? But my biggest critique is obviously the whole fantasy side of things, where, you know, the skins and all these things, and like, obviously you can tell I have a lot to say about this game. It comes from a place of passion, obviously, because I played this game since I was a young lad, and I just wanted to see it do well. And this trailer really gives me that hope, right? That they can bring back that warfare nostalgia. And I think that's what the fans are waiting. That's what the fans are looking for. And, you know, I believe the Call of Duty franchise has heard the fans, and hopefully they can deliver. Because the product for a long time hasn't been producting. I don't even know if that's a word, but whatever, right? Right. Could this bring me back?